Hello, everyone. Hi, how are we all? It is Friday evening, just gone 7:30, and I hope that you've had a fantastic week. How's everyone's week been? I know, thank you for your message this afternoon, Cherie. That was really great for you to give me a heads up. Thank you. I do appreciate that. All right, just going to go through some names. Susan, hi, how are you? Good to see you. How is it down in Melbourne? It's raining here and it's super cold. I've actually got my denim jacket on and I probably could have put on something warmer, but it's summer. It feels weird to go back to my winter clothes in the middle of summer, right? Hey Sheila, hello Suzanne. Hey Bros, how are you? You're up late again? Goodness me, middle of the night for you. Lorraine, hi. Yes, I don't think anyone likes to pick up 50 kilo Rottweilers and put them in the back of utes. No, can they not jump up there themselves? Hello, Barbara. Hi, Monique. Janine. Hi. Leslie's here. Margaret K. And Margaret G. Margaret G. Nice to have you back with us for a live after all that moving that you've been doing. Hello, Katrina. I loved your magpie video, Katrina. Did anyone else see Katrina's magpie video? You've got all these visiting magpies in your front yard, and it's so nice to see. Hello, hello. All right. I see I have other people here, and I know I haven't said hello to everyone, and I'm so sorry. But if I've missed any questions or anything important that you needed to let me know again, please. Hey, Glenda. Nice to see you. Daryl's with us tonight. Hello, hello. I think we have someone here who shouldn't be here. Shall I get rid of them? I think we shall. Let me just get rid of that one. Delete that comment. Delete the comment. I don't like it when we have people here who shouldn't be here. All right. Okay. I've gotten rid of that. I'm very sensitive to different things. So if I see anything that I think might not be, my son still reminds me of the time he made a comment in there and I didn't recognize his account and I deleted him and banned him. And that wasn't very good, was it? And I'm in a very happy state tonight because my son came here today and spent some time with us and that was just lovely. So nice to have him come and visit. And he's now gone to a friend's house tonight. He lives in Port Macquarie, which is quite a few hours north of here, and he has come back this weekend. He's got a friend's birthday party tomorrow night. He's staying with some other friends tonight, and then some other friends Sunday, Monday, and he might be back here Tuesday night before he goes home again. So it's just lovely to see him today. He is 19 years old and knows he's just a great kid. I really love spending time with him. All right. Okay. It's time for us to get going tonight. Let's switch over to the desk. And as Cherie said earlier, it is sketch night. And that's one of our favourite nights, right? Let's switch over. It's a little bit dark, so let's get some light on the subject. Oh, where's that's interesting. Let me see. My lamp's not working. Let me just see if I can get. Well, it doesn't work if the power has been switched off and it hasn't been charging. So let me just quickly get that sorted out. There we go. That's better. All right. So this is the catalogue that we're currently working from. Let me just straighten this up again. I hate it when it's crooked. We don't like that. There, that's better. Yeah, it was great, Leslie. Thank you so much. Yeah, he's a really great person. I love spending time with him. All right. So page 12 is where you'll find the sketches in this catalogue. And as you can see, we have sketches that are tags. We have sketches that are full-size cards. But just because something is a tag doesn't mean to say you can't use it as a card. So, for example, this design that's right here, I could use that on a card if I wanted to. And there's a couple of different ways that I could interpret that. Or I could move over to the next one here, or I could do this one. Now, this one is similar to one we've done before. Not that that matters because every time you use different products with a sketch, it looks different. No's asking how you're going, Margaret. and said you don't want to see any more boxes. I'm guessing not. Oh, good, Monique. That's awesome. How are you? What time of the day is it there? It must be early, early in the morning, yes? Anyway, I hope you're well. This one here, I'm thinking I might have a little play with this one tonight. I really like this. I like all of these, actually. They're all good. So shall we make a card with this and reimagine this tag design as a card? Let's do that, shall we? Hey, Maureen, I see everyone saying hi to you there, so that's awesome. So Maureen's just popped on. Hey, Tanya, how are you going? Oh, yes, you girls have some shared experience there, which is not what you wanted, I know, but it is nice in some ways to know other people have been through what you're going through. So, yeah. Marilyn has no electricity. Oh, she'll have to watch the replay, and we'll have to say a big hello to Marilyn for when she watches the replay. So, that's good to know though, Margaret. Thanks for letting me know. All right, so I'm thinking about doing this one and reimagining it as a card tonight. So I am going to start. I've got a few different papers close by, some designer series papers that make following sketches really easy. And I'm going to just use a piece of basic white cardstock. Basic white is great because this is the thick, not the. So we have two different weights. For those of you who don't know, we have two different weights of basic white cardstock. We have basic white thick, which is what I like to use for card bases because it's really nice and sturdy. And then we also have basic white, not the thick, just plain old basic white. Now, basic white is just the plain one is very, very compressed. Believe it or not, it is the same weight as the bulk of our other cardstock. However, it seems a lot thinner because it's so compressed. But what that means is it's ideal for stamping on. So it is the very best stamping surface. You get a better result on basic white or very vanilla than you do with most other cardstocks. So white is fantastic for that, but it's a little flimsy, in my opinion, for card bases. If you had nothing else, you could use it, but you will find you get a better result for card bases with thick cardstock or the coloured cardstock, which is thicker in feel than the basic white. Okay, so that's just a really good thing to remember, a good rule of thumb. Okay. Oh, yes, our ordering has been coming very quickly. I had a launch here on Wednesday. Today is Friday, and my items I ordered late on Wednesday after all of my ladies had left, so I didn't order it until about 5 p.m. And it came this morning. So that's two sleeps and it was here. So that's very, very good. No, you didn't miss anything. Oh, you lost the internet there for a bit. Well, that's no good. Oh, Denise, hi. Nice to see you. Suzanne's asking you about your granddaughter, Denise, if you've had lots of cuddles. All right, so this is what I've got. I'm going to be following this design, and I'm going to do this a couple of different ways, okay? First of all, I'm just going to use my white card base, and we might go super simple. You can see there are 3 circles and a little banner across. So you could just work on the plain white or whatever color you like and just add those elements and you'd have a card. And it looks really nice to do that. We might just have a little bit of a play. I've got some, let's do this in a very simple way. So I've got some of the beautiful bokeh paper. Now this is actually, this paper, which is gorgeous, is, sorry, I just hit the camera. I'm so sorry. Make everybody seasick. Sorry about that. Let's get straightened up again, shall we? Sorry, guys. I know, really, really quick. Lynn, I know it takes longer to get to Northern Territory, and I know, Tanya, it takes longer for you to get it over there in Western Australia. What do they say? WA stands for wait a while. Yeah. Oh, lots of cuddles, Denise. That's so cool. All right. So this is the paper that I'm looking at tonight. This is called Beautiful Bokeh, and you can see they've got some lovely samples here with little butterflies. We've got big butterflies on these ones. There's some ideas over here on different things. You can either create these butterfly-shaped cards, or you can have just a butterfly-shaped card front that's attached to the card front as the card back. But let me turn back here. Here's the paper. See this paper here? It is absolutely beautiful. And it is, bokeh is basically a photography term. that is used, you know, when you're shooting at night and maybe there's rain and lighting that make you get this kind of dotty effect. Okay, it is meant to be a photography technique, but they use it in crafting as well to talk about that effect, that kind of dotty effect that you get. Certainly wait a while. Julianne's in agreement for that. All right, so I've got the actual paper here. So rather than showing you, and this is actually more than one pack because I've got like 1.5 packs here. So this is 6x6 paper. You can see I've already chopped it up and done different things with it. And the colours in it, we've got Fresh Freesia, we've got Balmy Blue, we've got Calypso Coral. Look at these, aren't they beautiful? You've got Daffodil Delight, this one here. We've got, let's get and then we've got Berry Burst. Okay, so I've just picked up a few pieces like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 8 sheets of each, so that's not quite all of it. There is one here that's kind of a mixture of different colours. So this one's got the Balmy Blue and the Daffodil Delight, and a little bit, you can kind of see in the background there, a little bit of Fresh Freesia in there as well. Really, really pretty. So that one's a bit different. Okay, so they're all the different ones. And then on the backs of them, you've also got like a speckled pattern. This kind of reminded me of like speckled blue eggs, you know, that kind of thing. And then we've got Fresh Freesia and Calypso Coral, which are 2 colors I would never think to put together, but I think they look really nice. And then this one here on the back of here, we've got the speckled in the Calypso Coral. It's really pretty, isn't it? This one, Calypso Coral and Fresh Freesia, again on the back of the other one was mostly Fresh Freesia with a small amount of Calypso Coral. This is reversed it, Calypso Coral with a small amount of Fresh Freesia. So, yeah, thank you, Cherie, for putting that up. So Cherie's put up the cost and the item codes here. The item codes are the same everywhere, but the cost obviously is the Australian dollar cost. So, and then on the back of this one, so this one's Balmy Blue and Fresh Freesia together, and that's on the back of the Berry Burst. And then this one here, we've kind of got Balmy Blue, Fresh Freesia, and Calypso Coral in with that one. And that's on the back of the multicoloured one there. So we've got a bit more extra colour on these. They're really lovely though, aren't they? Aren't they nice? So I don't mind sometimes having kind of like these are not necessarily colours I might have thought to put all together. And yet I think they look really, really beautiful when you do put them together. So there we go. That's the colours in the beautiful bokeh paper. Just gorgeous. All right, so let's look at our sketch and see what we want to do. And I'm going to make this one really very simple. So the sketches are on page 12 in this catalogue. Okay, so this is the one I'm looking at. Now, I could, if I wanted to, put a tag shape behind that and put the whole thing onto a card. But I'm going to start by just doing the little basic elements. And then I don't think I could change my mind, but I don't think I'm going to add the tag shape. I think I'm just going to go with the circles and the banner. So let's see, which ones do you think would go nice together? Maybe this one. What colours do we like the idea of? These are nice. What do we think of those? Or we could add, you know, if we wanted to be more bright yellow, I could add the yellow in instead of the Fresh Freesia maybe. I don't know. What do you think? Does anyone have any thoughts? Oh, you have a blackout, but you're listening or you're on Facebook. Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing, Cheryl? Sounds like quite a few people have got power outages at the moment. We've been lucky here. We haven't had one. So as soon as we have one, we'll be off the air because our internet would die and that'd be the end of it. I know, it's really nice, Nari. You're absolutely right. It's gorgeous. And it's only, this is not an expensive paper. It's $21.75. You get 48 sheets in a pack. So it's really good value. You like the blues, Tanya said. Blue and yellow, says Salvago. People are saying blues and blues. All right, so these two maybe, and then maybe one of the others. You know, we could look at one that's got the back of it maybe. Let me have a little look. What's on the back of these? What's on the back of this one? Well, we've got, that might be too much blue. What do you think? I feel like there's not enough contrast between these two, but I could be wrong. And I could, of course, just go and get myself, you know, a piece of cardstock, and that would be fine. Also, we have on the back of this one, we have these colors. So that's got some blue in it as well. So You had power out for 2 hours. Hey, Joan, nice to see you. All right, so let's just decide. All right, so my biggest one I think I'm going to have here, and I'm going to use my biggest circle for this. So I'm just going to my punches, and I'm going to go with my biggest punch, which is the 2 3/8, and I'm just going to cut that out and pop that straight down. So we're going to be we're going to go very simple with this one. And then the next size, there's 2 small circles. So probably my smallest punch that I currently have, let me try the 1 3/4. Deciding which part of this I would like. Maybe this corner down here that's got some yellow and some blue. Maybe. I don't know. I'm coming around to see which bit I like. Oh, I kind of like that. That's nice. So it's got a bit of both on it there. And it's very windy, Gail, is it? Oh, yes, we had a tree down when I went for my walk this morning. I noticed there was police flashing lights this morning, and it was a tree down as well. There we go. All right, so I've got these, and then I'm thinking about maybe throwing in, I'm deciding whether to just go, I feel like I need more contrast between some of these colors. So maybe we go with a yellow and blue. What do you think? And I'm going to do, all right. So these are the way that the pattern is on, and then it's got a banner going across here. Okay, so that's kind of how it would look, but we'll put it on here. And I'm not quite ready to go yet. I want to do a couple of things. So this one here, and then this one on top like that, and then the banner across here. Okay, that's kind of how it's looking. All right, so let me get my scrap bucket. Give me 1 second. It's just on the table. And I could, I could cut out a shape, but I'm thinking maybe the banners from the Stylish Shapes dies, and I know I have some sitting here in this scrap bucket. The nice thing about having a lot of pre-cut shapes that you've been, stashing in a bucket or something like that is it usually gives you, like, for example, there's a white one right there. So that would look quite nice. I think that's probably the go. But I might get a little bit of creative. And when I was pulling these out, I also found, I'm thinking this, although maybe it would be better in gold, but I also found this is not part of the sketch, I know that, but we could add that and that would look really pretty, wouldn't it? All right, so let's maybe hold that idea. And I've got this idea now, but I'm going to grab myself and deciding, I'm going to do a bit of sponging behind. I'm deciding whether to do blue, the balmy blue, or the yellow. I've got a yellow one here, but maybe the balmy blue would be nice. So let me grab a blending brush that's been used for blue. Yeah, I think I'll go with the balmy blue. So the balmy blue ink is this one. And let's grab some blue here. And I'm going to just start behind where the circles are, and I'm going to add some colour coming out. So we're keeping this very simple, but I actually really like a simple card. And something that I think a lot of us have found is that simple cards are not necessarily easy. Simple and easy are different things. It's sometimes quite hard to make a simple card. Does anyone else find that? All right, so that's kind of where I'm thinking that my colour needs to go. And then this is just going to give me a rough idea. And then this one coming out from behind, kind of like that. Like this. What are we thinking? You liking that? I bet she's heard that one before, Cherie. Asking Gail if it's windy is a paradox. I'm sure she's heard that joke previously. All right. What are we thinking about this? Do we like it? Monique says she agrees. Yes. Is that about the simple and the easy? All right. So I'm looking at these and I'm thinking if I was to follow the exact, so it would be a little bit more there. This one would be a little higher here. And then that would be about there, like that, roughly. I can change this a little bit if I want to. So I'm actually going to glue this one flat. So let me pop this down. I didn't end up using any of the speckled sides. I don't know if I should have. And we're just going to pop that straight down. And then I'm going to have this guy up here. This one is kind of sliding in a little bit behind that. So I'm actually going to have that one flat as well. It's hard to do simple well, I think. Yeah. It's not an easy thing to do. Ooh. All right, so happy with that. And then this one I'm going to put on dimensionals. So let me grab some of those. I've got my I had a class this week, so my dimensionals are probably, I've got mini dimensionals, but where are my big dimensionals? Here we go, here's some. Just going to add a couple behind here. And I haven't decided whether I'm going to put this sprig on yet or not. And if I do, where to place it exactly. So like this. Actually, that's a little low. I'm going to have a little higher. I haven't pushed it fully down yet, but there we go. And then this little guy is going to go right across here like this. Does that make sense? Kind of what we're doing. All right, so we need a greeting that is long and thin to fit on this. And I do have a lot, but I'm just deciding the right one. I frequently have trouble deciding. This is something I do struggle with, is deciding on a good greeting. Maybe just a simple thank you. We could have that. This one, thinking of you and how you strengthen my life. I could have the thinking of you by itself. Shall we do that? Let's try the thinking of you by itself, because that's going to fit nicely, but without the how you strengthen my life. So let's do that. Now, this is an omission technique, which I think I have shown you before. And the best way to do this is with markers. So I'm deciding what color to do. I'm thinking maybe Misty Moonlight might be nice for this. And what we're going to do is we're going to come in from the side where the thinking of you is, and I'm going to use my marker, the flat end of my Stampin' Write marker, to just do the thinking of you, not to do the rest of the writing. Now, this works better. You've got to know that these markers work best on rubber. You get a better result, but it does still work on photopolymer as well. Just got to make sure it's well and truly inked. And I've got a little bit of ink there on the other word, so I'm going to make sure I rub that off with my finger. And let's see if this will work for us. Let's try that. We're about to find out if it's going to work or not. Should do. Here we go. So our thinking of you has been, we omitted the how you strengthen my life and just used the thinking of you. Okay, so that's a really great thing that markers will do for you, the Stampin' Write markers, but the blends will not work. All they would do is colour in your stamps. They won't actually transfer. So you do have to use Stampin' Write markers for that. Some of you probably have seen me do that before. It's not a new technique even for a second, but it is a fun way of using your markers, and it's very, very useful. Yeah, it is awesome. All right, so let's pop this right across here, like so. All right, now the question is, do we want to add this, or I could even add it underneath there? I don't have to add it. I just happened to, when I was looking for this banner, this happened to fall out from a project that we've done before. Do you guys like it added, or shall we omit that and just add a ribbon, and I would add maybe a bow and some bling? What do you think? Ooh. So we've got some options. You like the leaves, says Monique. The Stampin' Up markers are great. I have always loved them. They're fantastic. And if anyone really loves them and you've got an order that you'd like to put in, save yourself a lot of money and actually do get the kit, the joining kit, because when you join right now here in Australia, the cost is $169. For that, you get $235 worth of product plus 2 sets of the markers, 2 sets of these, and there's 10 in a set in the color families of your choice. Okay, 2 of those, and a free stamp set. That the stamp set is called, oh my gosh, I've just forgotten the name of it. What's the stamp set called? Oh, let's have a look at my celebration brochure. I've just gone blank on the stamp set, even though I used it in my recent, it's this one, Handmade Designs. There it is. Okay, that's the free stamp set. Okay, and it's got this great little handmade by for you to put your name on the back of cards and stuff like that, which I really like. All right. Hello, Dimity. Nice to have you with us. Yeah, it does look a little bit like planets. Didn't think of that. All right. But people are saying yes to the leaves. Some people are saying no to the leaves. Glenda said yes. Daryl says she likes it under the yellow. Anne said to leave it off. Julianne says to add it. Suzanne says she likes it. So, yes, we have a real mix of opinions, but that's what makes the world go round and why we're all different, right? Julianne, you like it on top of the yellow. Yes, says Solvega. Underneath the yellow circle, says Leslie. Yeah, I like both. I mean, obviously, if we put it here, then we see a little bit more of it. Okay. If we put it underneath. Okay, we've got both opinions. I'm thinking I will put it I'm going to put it here. And I'm wondering maybe if I think I might even have it so you can see the bottom of it appearing down here. And that's probably going to sit better on top here if I do that. So let's just add some Tombow. I'm going to go ahead because the popular opinion seems to be to include the leaves. I'm sorry for those of you who didn't like it, but I'm going to go ahead and do it this time. But everyone has a different opinion, right, on whether we should do or not do things. So hopefully everyone will get their turn to get what they like on the card. All right, let me see. Just going to pop that right there. And push that down so it makes good contact. This bit's going to hang in the air, but that's fine. Okay, like that. All right, and then we need some bling. I don't know if ribbon would be too much. Do you think ribbon would be too much? Maybe. And if we were going to use it, I would want to use something little. For example, we could use this lovely little, this is like satin ribbon that is, it's called satin, where is it? Satin ribbon, and it's Daffodil Delight, and it is in the Floral Delight set. Okay, so it's a new one. So if I was to use this, let me see if I can tie a tiny little bow. If you want to tie a little bow, one of the best ways to do it, I did do a video on this not very long ago, and that's to use a fork. Who was watching that video? Where you use a fork to tie a little tiny bow, but a very neat little bow. So that's a good option. But because the ribbon, the satin ribbon is so thin, you can tie quite tiny little bows with it. All right, let me just see if I can get this. Just going to use the point of my scissors just to push that out. There we go, that's better. All right. So I'm thinking about putting that right about here somewhere. Maybe actually here. That's where I think it would look nice. What do we think? Yes, add it. What did Leslie say? Underneath the yellow circle. That was for the leaf. And we've got different people saying different things. No ribbon. No, not the garden fork. No, that's correct, Cherie. No ribbon. Moira said it looks amazing. I was outlining the deal for joining Stampin' Up. Correct. Yep. Oh, that was okay. Yes. And the reason why is because we were talking about the fact that at the moment, the markers that I just used for adding my sentiment, those are included in the joining deal. It's a really good deal. You can just join and get some free product, so $286 worth of free product instead of the $235 and the the stamp set and the 2 packs of markers. But I actually think that's the better deal. If you don't need markers, well then maybe. But I think everyone needs markers. If you don't need them, that's because you've already got them, right? And did you realize that they have changed them recently? Okay, I'm just going to add a glue dot to the back of here. Mind you, we had a whole bunch of people saying no ribbon. No ribbon, says Nairi, and no ribbon said Rose. Let's see. Yes, I borrowed it, inverted commas, from the garden centre. That's correct. The pitchfork, yes, that's got everyone's attention, didn't it, Moira? No ribbon if we want simple. Dimity said yes. Glenda says yes. Sheila says yes. And Lorraine likes the ribbon. And Colleen says no. Oh my goodness. Well, let's sort of compromise. For now, I'm just going to put the ribbon to one side. This is a good size though. If we're going to add a ribbon, I would add it here. Okay, so I would have it right about there, and that's where I put my ribbon and snip off my edges, snip off my ends. But let's add some bling and then see if we still feel like we don't want the ribbon. Okay, so I've got some bling sitting here from a previous project, and we've got a few options. We could add some silver bling from the adhesive back gems, and I've got, so that's really nice, okay, because the silver is going to match in with my silver leaf. But I've got some other options. Let's have a look and see. We have got some faceted gems. Oh, we've also got the white. Now these are great. Where are the ones that are new from where are they? I've just got to find them in my box here. We were going through today and sorting some of these. But we have some white sequins. Those would be nice. And I've also got the white iridescent sequins. Oh, and pearls. Pearls would be a good choice too. They're iridescent pearls, so those are really pretty. But I'm just looking for the celebration, the celebration sets. Maybe it got put away in the because those celebration sequins are great, and the white ones I think would look really nice with these. So let's have a look and see what I've got here. Just having a look through, seeing whether there's some that are jumping out at me. No, not really. What have I got? Oh, here. These are the ones I'm thinking about. These are the celebration ones. Silver one, says Janine. Just the bling, says Katrina. Silver looks good, no ribbon. Well, I also like these. Okay, so these are these pinks and purples. So there's actually in the set, there's Fresh Freesia, Bubble Bath, Berry Burst, and white. Now the white are really nice because you've got, like, I don't know if you can see them. They kind of pick up other colors. They're white, but they've got, when you turn them in the light, they have like pinks and purples and other colors in them. So those are really pretty, and those would look very nice with this. So what did everyone decide? Yellow, silver. Maybe we do just stick with silver because that's what Katrina said. Monique said yellow. I don't have any yellow bling though. So, all right, let's just go with the silver. And I'm going to I'm deciding where to put them. going to have one down here and then another one over here and then a little guy up here. Actually, no, I want it here next to this one. There we go. I'm just going to call it, so it's a simple little card based on this sketch here on paper. Oh, look, a cat hair. Based here. Can you see that one? That's what we've based this on. We added a leaf just to make it interesting, and then we otherwise kept it pretty simple. So there we go. Yeah, still no ribbon. Okay, thanks, Leslie. I haven't added ribbon, and I've got that yellow piece. I can use it for something else later. But these are a celebration. These sequins are a free item. So right now we're in celebration, which means every $100 that you spend, you get to pick an item out of the celebration brochure. And there's some fantastic things in there. If you have not checked that out, it's a really, really good little brochure. There's embossing folders, there's designer series paper, there's stamp sets, there's embellishments, there's ribbon, there's all kinds of stuff. Really, really fantastic. So very, very simple card. I'm going to redo this sketch and I'm going to totally change it up. We're going to make it look completely different. Okay, so let's put these aside. And I've just used I'm just going to clean this off. If you're wondering, Stampin' Up markers have exactly the same ink in them as a standard size ink pad, like a normal ink pad. So that means that you clean them, you clean your stamps in exactly the same way as you would if you'd inked it up with an ink pad. Okay, so it's the same. So I just clean mine on my scrub, but everybody has a different way they like to do it. All right, so there's card number 1. Let's put this little greeting away from this Frosted Forest set. This Frosted Forest set was an online exclusive going back a few months ago. It's still available to the best of my knowledge. But we had some new ones. And in fact, I have a new set that I'd like to show you at some point. I wasn't planning on doing it tonight, but it's a new one. It's called Twisted in Time. It's this one. And there's matching dies for this as well. So you can actually, do the leaves and add them to your tree, or you could use your tree. It kind of looks like a spooky haunted tree, doesn't it? But when you add your leaves, it doesn't look like that. And it's got some nice little greetings. A sweet friendship is good for the soul. You make every day special, and thank you for the little things. And there's a happy Easter in there as well. So some really nice little greetings. I haven't actually created with this yet. It's still brand new. So it hasn't even seen ink. So that'll be something I'll save for another day. And I'll pull the dies out and use that. You haven't seen it. It's in the online exclusives. I don't know why. I very much like trees, and it just grabbed my attention. And I thought, oh yeah, I'll take that one. I hardly have any tree sets at the moment. I've got the Frosted Forest, and now I have that one too. So, which is great. All right, let's get these all away. I'm going to move on to some different pieces and different things. All right. Shall we do the same one, or shall I do the next one? No, I think I'm still going to do this one. How many are there? Let's count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 22. Okay, there's 22. Which means there's actually more than what we can get through in the time that we have this catalogue. So, but, I may end up doing a couple some weeks, so we'll see how that goes. You're not looking. Well, stop coming here, Suzanne. because, this is my job. This is what I do. I show people what they can get, what they can purchase, and if they want to make something for themselves with the things that I've shown, those items are all available. So that's how I do it. This is my job. So same one, completely different look. Okay. All right, let's do that, Colleen. I think that's a nice way of showing how useful sketches can be. All right, so I'm deciding. Okay, you guys can choose. I chose the first paper, which was the beautiful bokeh paper. Now let's have a look at what other papers we might like to use. I've got the celebration paper. So I've got, and it's called, where is it? This one, Bloom Impressions. Okay, so lots of little flowers and then some really pretty smushy designs on the back. That's really nice. So we could use that one. That's 12 by 12 paper. In here, the other papers that I've got that I think would be really nice to play with, I've got this gorgeous, you've seen me use this before, I know, but I can't stop using it. So the Floral Delight 12 by 12 paper, absolutely beautiful. I've got that one. And I've also got this one, which is really lots of fantastic colors. The I call it the lobster paper, but it's actually called Friends of the Ocean. So that's really nice. You love the Bloom Impressions DSP. Yeah, it's really nice, isn't it? Thanks, Tanya. Thank you. There you go. Cherie's telling you, let you buy anything you want, Susie, don't stop coming here. Yeah. I've also got this paper now, which is the Storybook Moments paper. So, and I've got, oh goodness, I've got this one too. We have lots of choices, guys. So which paper would you like me to use for the second card with the same sketch? Because I've got both these ones, the tartan or the plaid and the little vegetables in the Storybook Moments. I've got the Floral Delight paper. I've got the Celebration paper. Isn't it nice? And I've also got, of course, the gorgeous Wildflower Birthday. I've got that one as well. All right, so there's lots and lots of different ones that we can play around with. Sheila said Bloom Impressions. Okay. All right, that you're the first to ask me outright and tell me which one to use. Leslie says she loves Bloom Impressions, and then Sheila said, yes, please use the Bloom Impressions. Okay. You're going to buy Stampin' Up and not eat. Well, just think of all the weight we would lose if we just bought Stampin' Up and didn't eat. Unfortunately, I'm not very good at that. I eat as well. I do both. So let me straighten this up. All right, so we've got lots and lots. So Suzanne said Storybook Friends. Hey, Dolores. Colleen said plaid. Glenda said Floral Delight. Nori said Bloom Impressions. But the first two people to comment were Sheila and Leslie, who said Bloom Impressions. So that's the one I'm going to do tonight. And we might do those other ones another night. How about that? How about you come back and watch me do those another night? All right, let me pull these out because they're really pretty. Really, really pretty paper. And there's a lot of little flower designs. But what I think, if you put all the flower designs together, it might be a bit overwhelming. But because they've got some that have got just like more plain designs like this on the back, it makes like, look how nice these two look together. That's actually my favorite pairing in this set, the Shy Shamrock. And then we've got Shy Shamrock leaves and some beautiful flowers on this one. I think those two look so good together. You've got 3 packs, Leslie. That's so cool. I do like the fruit salad one. I don't have it yet, but I'm thinking I might get that on a future order. So that's really nice. This one's a little bright for me, but that's okay because I like the back. So it's, you know, sometimes if you see, I do like this blue though. Isn't that pretty? As Your Afternoon is what this is. So there's that one again. Then we have some yellow and peach pie flowers. And on the back of that, we've got peach. This is really nice, the peach pie. Super, super nice. So there's lots and lots of options. This is lots of Melon Mambo, Shy Shamrock, Calypso Coral. Really, really pretty. And on the back of that, we have, well, is that meant to be, what color is that? Is it, let's have a look at the Celebration catalogue. Does it actually say what papers are meant to be in here? Let's have a look. Okay, Azure Afternoon, Daffodil Delight, Melon Mambo, Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, and Shy Shamrock. However, that's not Shy Shamrock unless it's Shy Shamrock maybe watered down. Maybe that's what it is. Then on the back of this one, we have this gorgeous pattern. Isn't that gorgeous? And the Petunia Pop. And you've also got some rich razzleberry in there. The dark flowers are rich razzleberry. So that's really pretty. Lots and lots of options. We've looked at that one already. Looked at that one already. I think we've seen nearly all of them. We haven't seen this one. There we go. This is the last one to show you. It's really pretty. So there's 2 sheets of each. Aren't these nice? So this is like all Melon Mambo and, yeah, white. Really, really pretty. Really, really nice, gorgeous colors, actually. All right. So let's go back and look at our sketch. And those are the papers that I'm going to play with. Page 12, remember, is where our sketches are. I'm going to go back and have a look. You think I'd know it by now. Right. So I'm looking at this one, and this time I am thinking I am going to use the tag shape. So what shape would I use to make the tag shape? We do have several tag shapes in some of our dies, but I really love using countryside corners and then cutting off the bottom so you have a tag at the top and then the bottom is straight. And that's what I think I will do for this. So let me grab those. They're doing the rounds of my desk because I've been using them earlier today. And then let me see how big would I want it on my card. Well, let's see. I'm going to grab another sheet of basic white thick cardstock, fold that in half. We're starting. I do use vanilla with more earthy colors, but the colors in this paper are all sort of they're bright and will go better with white. So that's going to be my base again. Or I could, of course, pick any of the colors and use that as my base, but I'm just going to stick with that. Now, let's see. How big is this one? That's actually not a bad size. If I decide I'm, doing this, and then if I cut the bottom off, it's going to be quite a nice tag shape. I think that's what I'll do. So I'm going to cut this in basic white, and then, actually, will I go basic white? I'm thinking out loud. Deciding. Too many options. We could cut this out of our petunia and do it. And if I cut it so that the corners here are over the edge of the paper, I don't even have to cut the bottom off. Can you see that? So if I cut it so that these are right on the corner there, then my bottom is already cut to shape. So that actually would work quite well. You want to get a bicycle? All right. Now you got me singing that song in my head. I'm going to just cut this straight down the middle so that we at the 6-inch mark so that it will fit nicely through our cut and emboss machine. And I'm going to do this in petunia pop. And I'm going to run that through so that those corners are right on the edge of my paper, and then I don't have to cut the bottom off. Okay, so now I've cut this and I just cut that right to the edge there. So now I've got myself a tag shape. Okay, now it is a little bit wider maybe than I wanted, but you know what? I'm just going to go with it. It's okay. And do I want to have a piece behind? That is the question. Are we going to go with fresh freesia and maybe put a card front on there? I think I will. So I'm going to go have a bit more. There's more layers on this card. So I'm going to go with the purple. So this is fresh freesia, which is a lighter color than the piece we've just cut. And I'm going to cut this at card front size, which is 14.3 by 10. And that's going to fit right there on my card front. All right. So this is like so. And then this is going to go on here. Now, I've got these circles that are going to go on. And I'm thinking I don't want the circles to be, I don't think I want them as big as last time. I think the 2 3/8 is going to be too big. But I do have a 2-inch circle that might work quite well. And I'm actually thinking, I'm deciding which way to go with this. I'm going to put a hole in the top of my tag. Excuse me. Okay, here's what I'm looking for. I've got my, if you wanted to put a hole in and tie something through here, then you could use whatever hole punch tool you have. I still have a crocodile. We used to sell these once upon a time. We no longer do. Yes, a white circle embossed is a great idea, Leslie. In fact, I think that that's what I will do. But I'm actually thinking about putting a bow here with the Fresh Freesia ribbon. Or now I'm deciding whether that's actually what I want. I'm going to stick this down. Do I want a Fresh Freesia ribbon, which would look nice, or shall I have a bit more contrast and add a white ribbon? That might be nice. Because we have Celebration Fresh Freesia ribbon, which obviously would go with this, but I'm wondering, I'm thinking that might be too much. I'll make that decision at the end to decide whether I want to add more contrast or not when we have to make that decision after we put all of our other pieces in place. Now this piece is going to go on here, and then I'm going to have a circle, and I think the white embossed circle is a great idea, but in the past I have embossed, look, I've got some embossed pieces, and maybe I will use that. Actually, that would be nice as a background. So I'm actually going to cut this piece out that I've already got embossed here. This is the Distress Tile embossing folder. It's one of our 3D embossing folders, and that's really pretty. What do we think about that? And then I'm going to use some glitter paper. I've got some Highland Heather glitter paper here, which would look really nice. And I'm going to have a smaller circle. Now I have got an old punch that has a 1 1/4, but we don't sell this one anymore. But you could use the Stylish Shapes dies if you don't have a smaller circle punch. Stylish Shapes dies also would do a nice circle for you. And so this would go under here. You can see now this is looking familiar because it's starting to be like what we had before. And then I feel like I need one more piece. So let's have a look at our DSP here. I like the white embossed piece. That's really nice. And what about a piece of this? That would look good, yeah? Or we could go with the piece. No, we don't want that because we've already used that on the back. So I'm going to do a smaller piece of this. All right, so this one here is going to go kind of down the bottom, and then we're going to have this piece here, and then I'm going to have a greeting going across. And I've got, I think I've got another Stylish Shaped punch already cut. I know I do. Just got to find it. Just got to find it. I've got some, this, see that piece is too big. That's too big. I want a thin little piece like what we used before. Here we go. Got one. Oh, okay. Here's an idea. Something else just popped out when I was going through my scraps, and that is I have in here somewhere, let me quickly find it. Oh, another option would have been a vellum circle. That would have been nice as well. Can you see the vellum circle? That would have been another good option. But I'm just thinking a little butterfly would be really pretty on this. And I know I have some. So give me a second because I know. Okay, so these butterflies are from the Sketched Butterflies dies. And I've got some here that are all joined together. But I could actually I could separate them. Let me just quickly use my pokey tool, wherever that is. Here's one. And we're just going to push out these bits. And I think I do want that one right there at the top. It's a little bit of butterfly surgery. There we go. All right. So then I've got to decide. And see, I'm thinking now that we've got all this purple, I might not want a purple ribbon. But anyway, this is going to go across here. But we need to have something long and thin on here again. So let me choose. Yes, I have. I mean, this is my scrap box, and I've been adding to it all week. Look at it. Oh my gosh. And I look at them. All these pieces are leftovers from cards and things. Oh, there's another butterfly. There's stuff all over the place, you know, of shapes and all kinds of things that, you know, it's ridiculous what I've got in here. So I've got to go through and actually sort it, pull out all the things that are actually not even available anymore. But it's very handy if you have leftovers like this on your desk when you're cleaning up. It's a really great idea to add them to a box, and then you've got a bit of an idea of where to start looking when you're going looking for pieces. Okay, it doesn't always work, but when it gets to this stage, as full as this is, I mean, look at all the circles and ovals and things that I've got here. Some things I've already stamped on and done things with, and other things that are sitting there blank waiting to be used. So you have a box like that? There you go. Come over to your place. Oh, yes. Well, I have my ephemera in a different place again. So, all right. This time I'm thinking about putting this one. Which side will I use? I actually think this side stands out more. So I'm actually going to put my dimensionals on the back here. I'm just going to use a couple because I want to be able to slide things underneath. So I'm only going to put a couple of dimensionals on. And let's put that right kind of here like that. And then this can slide underneath. Can you see that? So that makes that easy. Okay, Tombo, your time is nearly up. This Tombo needs to get chopped. I'll grab a different one instead. That's better. Right, so that one's going to go down there. This piece is going to end up on top once we work out what we want to say there. And then this one will go. Okay, I'm not quite happy with how that looks, so I'm going to pull this up before it dries. That's the good thing about Tombow. You get a bit of time to move things. And then this one's going to go across here, and that one's going to go here. Yeah, I'm happier with that arrangement. All right, that's down. This one just needs one dimensional right here. So it can just pop right there on the, and then this is going to go over the top. Now we just got to work out what we're going to, we do need some scrap. We need to do some scrap cards. We do. I know. That's a great idea, Maureen. And I do that sometimes. You know, I had a friend come over yesterday and she wanted to make a card. And I just pulled out a couple of old kits that I had left over from different events. And it was perfect. Right, so this is going to go across here. And I'm just going to work out what do I want to say on it. What about a miss you? Do you think about that? Would that look nice? We've got love you and miss you that would, and a thank you that would all fit quite nicely on this little banner. Either of those would look good. I've got, looking to see what else I have. I've got some great words in some of these sets. What's everyone think? What happened to you sorting out your crap box idea? Fantastic. Oh, I've been doing it all month, Susan. Did you not get it? You must not have told me you wanted to be in the group, and so I never sent you an invite. That was in our main group. So I'm happy to invite you now. So this is a team thing we've been doing. Anyone wondering what I'm talking about? So this month, quite a few people said, after I did one of my team live videos on a Monday morning, and a couple of the girls said, "Oh, that's a great idea. You know, you're decluttering. Let's do a crap box challenge." So I've been doing one every week, every Thursday over this month, and it's been fantastic. Oh, what line dimensional? Oh, you're talking about the one that I've got behind here. All right, so I'm thinking I'm going to go up to a darker purple for the greeting. 2 boxes late. Yeah, I know. Exactly. I've done really well this month. And you know, the other thing I did the other day, I couldn't believe I did it. Guys, I'm so proud of myself. I actually sorted out the whole plastics cupboard, you know, where all the Tupperware containers are in the kitchen and you can never find one with a lid. I sorted them all, got rid of everything that didn't have a lid and put everything back in the cupboard with the lid on it so it's not lost. Oh my gosh, it's like my life has changed. It's amazing. All right, I'm still looking for the right greeting to go on this. And there's so many good ones. Maybe just a hip hip hooray. That would be nice. Would that be nice? Not the Tupperware. I know. I even put a photo of it in our special group. I put a photo in there. I'm just going to see if this hip hip hooray. Oh, look how nice this fits. That's going to fit really, really well. All right, so I'm going to pop that onto a block. And yeah, I thoroughly recommend just picking something and starting. And I don't know. I think maybe it's something about turning a big 0 birthday this year that's making me want to sort my life out. I don't know. Is that what it is? It could be, because I'm just tired of not being able to find stuff and everything being a mess all the time. Don't like it. All right, there's my hip hip hooray. Looks good, doesn't it? That's from the Round We Go set. Okay, so it's a good one. It's good. You've got a happy birthday in here. Don't know if that would have fitted. Maybe. And then I use this hip hip hooray that's right here. So it's a good set. All right, I'm going to pop that right across there. And I'm actually going to add a couple of dimensionals to make it a little bit higher than the other guys. So it's going on top of those. And then we've got to decide. I'm going to have it going off the edge there. And I just want to make sure that this line and this line are lined up. Actually, pretty good. So I'll push it down. And on the back here, I'm going to put some dimensionals. 1, 2. Oh, we've got, I've got no more actual dimensionals, but I'm just using the edge bits now, because that'll save you a lot of money. Just make sure you use up your edge bits before you have to get more dimensionals. Now, I was going to put a hole in it and tie something through, but I'm actually going to put a bow on, so it won't matter if there's a hole or it's not, because we're going to stick the bow on anyway. So so here's our tag, and I'm making sure that it's in the center, same distance on the sides there. All right, and then I'm going to put a ribbon up here, and here's our choices. We've got a couple of choices for ribbon. Now, the beautiful Fresh Freesia ribbon that's in the mini catalogue, I hope I have some here, because if I can't find it, there's also the white with the silver edge. Now, that is gorgeous ribbon. This is beautiful. Has everyone seen this one? It's been around for a while. It's in the annual catalogue. That's beautiful. And then I've also got the iridescent white striped. That's really nice. Super. Both really lovely ribbons. And then we have the Fresh Freesia. But, oh, here it is. Found it. The Fresh Freesia is the other one. Okay, so is this too much purple, or are we better off with the white ribbons? That's the question. White with silver. White, says Leslie. White with silver, says Sheila. Sorry, I said Cherie. She's always entertaining, Nicole. Goodness me. All right. People are saying white with silver. Okay, so that's the one. I do think this is a beautiful, beautiful ribbon. And I can't get enough of it, actually. Now, I've still got, can you see where I had coloured this pink the other day? And we put that on that. You remember the one with the little mouse in the teacup? We did that last Friday night, I think. And that's why that's still pink, because we can colour this ribbon any colour we want. But I'm just going to leave it white today. Let me get it, jiggle around with it until I'm happy with the way the ribbon sits. That's pretty good. And then I'm going to pop this on a glue dot. Love, love, love glue dots. You've got to have glue dots in your collection. If you don't have glue dots, grab them, stick them on your next order. They are fantastic. Fantastic for sticking on things that you don't know how to stick them on. So ribbon, for example, is great with glue dots. So I'm going to just trim this off now. Like that. And actually the white embossed piece looks really rather nice, doesn't it? It's really good. And it provides even just that bit of textural contrast between the banner and the white. So now we need bling. Absolutely we do need bling. You could also, if you wanted to, oh, I was going to add this, wasn't I? I could add my white butterfly onto here, or I could have it here. What do we think? Is the butterfly too much? I don't think it is. I think it looks okay. If I was going to add it on here, I'd put a little bit of either Winker Stella or some a little bit of sponging on it to make it have a bit like a bit of fresh freesia to make it stand out against the white. So I would do that. Hey Donna, nice to see you. All Drucy dots. Yes, those might be good. That's a good choice. Thanks, Suzanne. All right, so I'm thinking about adding my little white butterfly, and I'm going to Winker Stella him because, you know, a sparkly butterfly is better than a not sparkly butterfly. And I'm just going to add some sparkle to him. That'll make him special. I'm just going to do that before I pop him on. And I think I'll just put a glue dot behind him as well. That's the easiest way to stick him on as well. Right, and now if you can see you see the, oh, maybe not. Can anyone see the sparkle on him? Oh, it's a bit hard to see in this camera light, isn't it? Sorry about that. Now on the back here, let me just add a glue dot. Just pop his wings up because he's only glued down in the middle, so he looks rather cute. Look at that. That's really pretty. You like them, Joan? Oh, good. Both completely different cards, but I don't think you'd recognize that they were from the same sketch if you didn't actually know that. All right, so shall we use our celebration sequins again? Because that seems like a good idea, seeing as we can go with the white. I'm tempted to use the white, actually. There's also the light pink, and there's also the fresh freesia. Now, the fresh freesia is obviously the one that's going to match the best, but I'm wondering, we don't really need to add more purple. You know, we've got a lot of purple on here already, so I'm tempted to go with the white. What do we think? Do you think that's a good idea? I hope so, because that's what I'm doing. I'm just going ahead, adding some white. And they're iridescent white, so they've got they've got different colors on them. So I'm going to add one here, and then I'm going to add a little guy just up here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to add it. Did this last time too, didn't I? There we go. Actually going to put them a little closer together. I probably should have added them with a take your pick tool, but there we go. And there you go. That's our finished card. What do you think? Do we like it? All right, so there you go. 2 totally different cards tonight. Neither of them are difficult. They're both easy cards, but they both use the same sketch, which is this one right here. Can you see it? So you've got your 3 circles, you've got your banner. This one is just 3 circles and banner on a base card, and then we added a little leaf for a bit of fun. And then this one, we actually used the tag shape and put that on the card and use some different textural pieces. So we've got a glitter piece, and we've got an embossed piece to add some more texture. And I think that's really nice. So there we go. Totally different cards. I'm glad you liked them. Thank you so much, everyone. All right, so I just want to draw your attention. If you are looking for any of these products that you've seen tonight and you would like to place your order, if you're in Australia, you're very welcome to order through my store. I'm going to put my blog address up on the screen, and it's brand new blog. I've only had it for a week, not even a week. So it's lookwhatimade.com.au. Okay, if you go there, there is lots of shop links and ways to shop with me on that site, and you can actually go there and purchase any products you've seen me use tonight, unless I've told you it's something we no longer sell. But generally speaking, everything that you have seen used in these cards has been a product that you can still get your hands on. So there we go. All right, I'm going to come back to me. Here I am. I'm going to turn this light off because it makes a weird shadow on my face. That's better. All right. Do we have any questions as I'm signing off tonight? Is there anything anyone needs to know? Any help that I can... Oh, sorry for above. I don't know. I didn't see anything amiss, Dimity. Now you make me go looking for it. There's no such thing as sorry around here. We're good. Everybody just comes on and likes to spend time together on a Friday night. And I think that that's really precious. And I think it's so great that we have such a great community. So we've got Friday night. Then again, I'll see you on Sunday night. Tomorrow's my day off. But Sunday night, I will be around, same time as tonight, 7:30 p.m. And then, of course, Tuesday afternoon at 2 p.m., I'm live to do a new technique with you. So I hope everyone has a fantastic week. If I've said anything tonight that you have further questions about, reach out. Straight after this video, my email and all my details will be in the description below the YouTube video. Have a great week, you guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.